Yo, ¿cómo estás, minasan? Happy buwan ng wika to my fellow Filipinos out there. Woohoo! Yeah! So does anyone actually celebrate that? Anyway, if you're new here, no, this title is not serious. I do not, in fact, hate the Philippines, even though there are some arguably acceptable reasons to hate this godforsaken country. No, this is just part of my hater series because I think the titles are pretty funny. So, Trese. This came out all the way back in June 2021, which is kind of crazy because it feels like it hasn't been that long, but that's the same can also be said for just that year in general, as well as 2020 and 2022. I actually bought the first 2 volumes of the series last year, and I haven't read it yet, as well as other books that I've bought from last year. I have a problem, but I digress. I was interested in watching Trese back then because it genuinely did seem interesting, and as someone who has never really watched any Filipino media, I figured this might be the one to finally start with. And now 19 years without really growing up on Filipino media, that sounds kind of insane to some of you probably, but I'm a creep, I'm a weirdo, what the hell am I doing here? I'm an imposter at this point, but whatever, I recognize that. But yeah, I figured that Trese might actually be the one to finally start with. And so 3 years passed by. Here we are in the big 2024, and I just finished watching it, so yeah, there goes that. But anywho, I think it's a very solid show. The intro is fire, the animation is honestly fairly solid. It reminds me of Invincible, which I know isn't really known for its animation, but I just mean like the art style, I guess, you know, as well as how things move. I don't mean the flying PNG stuff, you know what I mean? They don't do that, at least. I don't even know. I'm actually just saying shit, like, I don't even know what I'm saying at this point, and I can't tell if it even makes sense or not, even to me. But anyway, the voice acting is honestly also really good. Sometimes Trese's VA, Liza Soberano, I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce her first name. But yeah, she was a little stiff or flat with her delivery sometimes, but otherwise, still fairly solid. I didn't know what to expect since I've never heard Filipino dubs besides in shitposts, but the dialogues, the deliveries, they all sounded great and fairly natural. Anyway, some more thoughts and some notes I wrote down while I was watching. So my Tagalog vocabulary is not super big, I gotta admit. I'd say it's just fairly basic, I won't lie, so I've paused and rewinded so many times, like a stupid amount of times, trying to understand what the fuck someone just said. But hey, on the bright side, I was learning a whole lot of new Tagalog words in the show, like mapaslang, sandamukal, landas, pakay, maluklok, angkin, sikmura, asintahin. I forgot, I already forgot what these words mean, I'm not gonna lie. However, very fitting that I've learned these new words now, actually, because we're in buwan ng wika, fellas. It's August, yippee. So yeah, my initial plan of posting on Independence Day getting postponed to August was all part of the master plan. But yeah, there was this like whole conversation in episode 1 in the train station, not the train station, in the train, with the emissary of Ibu. Every time she spoke, I'm just like, yo, relax, why are you speaking in tongues? Like, so many deep ass words, I mean, for me at least. Like, dang, I was getting barraged, but it's kind of bad though. Oh, and Crispin and Basilio, they're fucking fire, bro. Their entrance in episode 1 was clean as hell, my brother. Also, when they just spawned in with those Gatling guns, shit had me like, oh yeah! Oh yeah! Oh yeah! I won't lie, the lightning guy was pretty fucking sick. I love this design as well. Like, I think the creatures and stuff that they, I don't know, what do you call them? Creatures, mythological beings and references or whatever the fuck. I thought they were all pretty good inclusions. Like, well, the things that they did include were pretty cool. I'm not really familiar with folklore, if I'm being honest with you. I mean, I know some stuff, but I don't know a lot about it, you know? So it was pretty cool to see all these characters and creatures and all that jazz. Another thing I wanted to mention is that this show isn't afraid to get kind of gory and grimy, which I really appreciate. I don't know, like, I just wasn't really expecting that in the show for some reason, I don't know. And in episode 5, I love how Trese has a Nokia, because that shit is fucking indestructible. Like, she's in battle pretty frequently, so you would need a durable phone, and good thing she's got exactly that. And also, who the fuck are these 4 outer dudes? We got a priest, a Watch Dogs character. Honestly, I don't know who he is, but he looks badass. And then there's just my fucking neighbor. Tangina si Paolo to eh. So with all that being said, where's season 2? It's been 3 years, y'all. We even got a little end credits scene with Chi-Chi at the end of the finale. Like, where's the follow-up at? Doesn't seem like it bombed and a lot of people liked it, so what's going on, team? But yeah, pretty solid show. I mean, it's nothing too crazy, but it's fairly entertaining and it's good enough for me, so 8 out of 10. Only part I didn't understand about the whole story and stuff is how Datu Talagbusao had a whole wife and kids. Like, how did that happen? How did the mom and him even meet in the first place? Did they meet when he was a monster? Did they meet when he was a guy that was actually possessed by Datu, by Mr. Talagbusao? Maybe I just missed something, I don't know. But to me, that was kind of random. Like, did they just straight up smash and they just ended up having Crispin and Basilio over here? Like, what the fuck happened? Like, those flashback scenes weren't really connecting super well, at least for me, but whatever. Maybe it's better and more smooth in the comics. Guess I'll have to check that one out for myself. It also didn't help that I'm fucking stupid when it comes to Tagalog, so it wasn't the easiest thing keeping up with the dialogue, especially in the last episode because, you know, Talagbusao was fucking monologuing over here. And there were just so many Tagalog words being thrown around in that whole section that I was just completely unfamiliar with. It felt like I got hit by unlimited void, and I can't even understand them enough to throw them in a translator, so I ended up just watching some parts in English on a different tab. So that was pretty stupid. Complete skill issue, by the way, I know, but don't worry, that didn't affect my score at all. I just wanted to mention it. So yeah, that's pretty much all I gotta say about this show. Nothing much, nothing too crazy. We're keeping it succinct over here in the Pandesal channel. So go watch it if you haven't yet. It's pretty short, so it won't take too much of your time. Let me know what you thought of the show, or whatever you want to say down in the comments, I don't know. Stay safe and stay hydrated, y'all. Adios.